Hey everybody, Texas Stroker here, Lance's Performance Shop, Lone Star, Mopars.com. Tuesday night, History Channel screwed up. They're not doing the Oak Island show tonight, so I've got some extra time. Not really hungry, and it's frigid out here, but it's going to be worse tomorrow, so I figured I'd come out, take advantage of a few minutes, and crank some videos out, plus get something charging. And before we drop it down, if you did not know, you should know, all my videos I use timestamps. Anything you want to see is down below. If you want to spoil a video, skip around, come back and reference something, feel free to do so. It's all in the description box. But what we picked up is from Astro Pneumatic. The part number is 70SL. Actually acquired this through National Tool Warehouse. I would have done like a tool haul, but everything seemed to be on the verge of just being better as a standalone, so that's what I've opted to do so far. I still have more to come, but for now we're just going to stick with it like this. And MSRP on this is like over $100, like not much. It's like 100 something and change, right? But it was on sale there for 48. I think I got it for less than that. So what I am hoping, let me kind of cover this before we tear into it. What I'm hoping is that I would be able to use this sort of like as the track under hood lights without buying the track. Obviously, glass hoods, aluminum hoods, it's a no-go. This is magnetic, if you couldn't kind of pick up where we're going. That was my one thing, and then the other hope is this is supposedly palm size, so like the light would be under my hand right now. By the way, 20% off Alpha gloves using code Lone Star. I make nothing, you just save money and get good gloves. But where I think this is really going to come in handy is I have had a heck of a time here recently. It's in part, you know, because I had like the bad creeper wheel, but I've had a horrible experience throughout my life of running over extension cords. The two sort of cordless work lights I got recently, you know, like a couple years, have helped, but it seems like they always die when I moved under the vehicle. And subsequently, the other thing, they're like always in my way. Like when I actually get them to where I have the light shining where I want it to be, they're in my way. Or the, you know, like I'm in the same vicinity but can see, and then I brush against it, and like the swivel on like the Astro light, you know, like the light is here shining towards the motor, and then I like graze it with my forearm and it just slowly swivels down. Or like in the Braun, I like hit it and it like twists. You know, not the magnetic base in that case, but like the housing, and then the light shifts. It just gets really annoying. And since this is smaller and puts out a crud ton of light on full power, I'm hoping it helps me. So that's the background story on why I would bring this thing in. And I've had good luck with Astro stuff. I like those lights. It's just certain instances they have shortcomings. I'm hoping compact size helps me. So the way this is advertised, 700 lumen, a rechargeable floodlight. It's a palm-size floodlight. It can run on 700, 350, or 100 lumen settings. For perspective, and while I'm hopefully going to remember this, you're looking at 2.5 hours at 700, 4 hours at 350, and an impressive 10 hours at 100 lumens. That's, I believe I'm regurgitating the website description right there. The other kind of cool thing, this is an aluminum impact resistant housing. It will rotate 360 degrees. It's got a 20-pound magnetic base. For reference, I think anyone can equate to the magnets at Harbor Freight, the U.S. General ones that I have on the gantry and bring in all the time. Those have a 25-pound pull strength. So this isn't quite as strong, but it's pretty close. That's again just for your reference. The 2.5 to 10 hours, again, the missing setting there, I'm not sure why they don't just put it, but according to National Tool Warehouse's description, 4 hours for the mid setting of 350 lumens. So I'm sure I'd take that with a grain of salt. My personal experience indicates to expect less than advertised, but that gives you a good guideline of what to start subtracting from. And initially, it's always a little bit better. Coming around to the back side, there's really nothing there. The side panel on this side, it's 3.5 hours, -10 to +40. I'll tell you right now, the wind chills are supposed to be like, I realize that's Celsius by the way, but wind chills tomorrow are like -10 plus all day. I mean, we were 75 degrees, you know, like 24 hours ago. So that's how my life is here. It looks like it's water and dust proof, and it's got a 3.7 volt 2600 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. So I think the listing description also referenced charge times. I kind of want to say it said 3.5 hours. Don't hold me to that, but I believe that's what it said. So if you're worried about the size of the packaging, like there's no way that's palm size, there you go. You got the little tray here. So as mentioned, I've had good luck with Astro stuff also as a benefit bonus to me. It's a great color scheme. Black and blue, Mopar colors, matches the matte. The other thing, there's so many lights and phones now that don't come with charging cables. I realize, you know, it might be redundant for some people to try to eliminate waste and everything, but it's like, it's kind of nice to have them. So that is a perk here. So flipping this around, it is a little heavier than I actually thought it would be. Not to say that it's bad by any stretch of the imagination, but right there, that would be the business end. That would be our magnetic base. Let's see if we can really go the full 360. So we're facing straight up towards the sky. It's going to index a little if you hear it click. Yep, look at that. So while that seems like stupid and you think just go stick it on your frame rail, idiot, well, there's certain instances, you know, where like if you move, let's say that you're doing like an in-tank pump and you've had it shining on the pump, and then you slide up on your creeper and you need to like drill holes in the frame rail for a filter or something, that's where this is nice. Also, picture yourself under the hood, right? You have this hanging like this. You wouldn't want the light shining this way. You want it coming down. So this is actually pretty cool. Let's try to count the positions. So we'll call this 1, and I'm just going to keep the light parallel with the mat, and we will move this base. So this is defaulter 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to come now 5, 6, 7. That's going to be our parallel once more. And then again, we can go 360. So 8, 9, 10, straight up. Again, if you're good at math, you already know the answer. 11, 12, and 13. So actually 12. But you kind of get the idea, right? Flush, 90, and splitting it in the middle twice. Yeah, you can do the math, you'll figure it out. But I have to say, aesthetically, without turning this thing on, I like it. It's got good feel to it. There's sort of like a, I don't know how to describe it. There's a slight texture. It's not like tacky. I don't want to give you that impression, but it's just got like a textured finish to it. And that is appreciated. I'm guessing that would be a charge indicator. However, if we press the button, we will see if it's also a battery drain indicator. Right here, this is tucked pretty good. There's going to be your charge port. Let's check this out. We're going to hold this down at the mat, and we're just going to see what happens. So there's one pretty bright down there. That is green, so I guess this sucker's ready to go. Or maybe that's the power level. Let's find out by pressing again. Okay, that must be the charge indicator. So if you notice when I press this, this would I guess be the 100 lumen setting. I'm just going to kind of come up here and keep the camera right there. So if I press this again, it should turn off. We're going to press again. There's 1. Now I'm going to turn slightly brighter, and then there's the brightest setting. So we're again essentially looking at 100, 350, and 700. So I'm kind of thinking this was a worthwhile purchase, at least initially. I've got to obviously use it and see how well the battery lasts. It's just the size is so much different. You know, most of the work lights I have, you know, it's kind of like the twin grip here. You know, it's that long, they're to their credit, you know, they're thin, they're flexible, they swivel at the base, what have you. Sometimes you just need something more compact, right? That's why you buy a stubby ratchet. That's why you buy a stubby screwdriver. And that's why I bought a stubby light. So, to make this video actually worth our while, let's go slide under the truck. And it's very hard for me to like film stuff down there, you know, well, but I want to kind of give you an idea of what this does. I can go kill the lights, and we may just do that, but I just want to like preface that like when you do that, it's a good indicator of what you would see if you were here, but you've got all kinds of stuff happening with the camera and as it adjusts and doesn't adjust and the distance and all kinds of technical crud you could dig into if you're so inclined. But I just want to convey, like, this is what it would look like if you were kind of here with me or you had the light yourself. So I'm going to leave that on there for now, sort of like the protective wrap. I tend to do that. I'm really bad about it. You know, smooth plastic, glossy surfaces, I just leave that stuff wrapped until it starts to peel on its own. So let me know if you do the same. Again, big bonus here. I guess we'll go ahead and pull this out. I kind of like that this is grayscale, and the reason I say that is it easily differentiates this cord for me. That way if I have everything charging at the same time, and the goal with more work lights for me personally is if this if I love this, it becomes my go-to and it's dead, right? I don't have to wait, I can just grab something else. I'm going to say that this is, we'll call it like 3 to 4 feet. Maybe I'll measure it, maybe we'll just roll with that. And then again, the plug is nothing crazy. It's got a protective cover on it, if anyone cares about that. But yeah, just stereotypical stuff there. So anywho, let's get some lights out, get under a vehicle, and see what this sucker does where it matters more. Uh-oh, I've been cutting down a ton of cardboard and made a mess. Let's just turn the lights out so you can't see it. Now if I can feel this through a glove. I think I got it. There we go. There is setting 1. There's off. 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. This is 3, full bright. You can see my little spark plug brush. You can see, you know, shop rags with pumpkin spice detailer. You can see the Hercules fan. We got the Cutic sitting over here. You can see all my mess again. I want to put that face down so you can actually get a good look at the you know, power level indicator. And now I'm going to blind you. So there it is again. I don't like doing that. I prefer doing this, right? It just gives you a better feel for it. I wish I paid better attention to the layout of this. I'm trying to feel this with my left hand, and I want my index finger positioned. So this is the low power level, or I guess the 100 lumen, 350, and then 700. Alright, so before I descend to the depths on the creeper, here we are in the engine bay. You got a valve cover, you got spark plug wires, you got a header. Check this out. That, I mean, you basically pay attention to the coil pack. You can see the fan belt, stuff I need to connect still. And now you can see my stained concrete. So that's kind of what the light is doing for us. If you look back there towards the firewall, right, you kind of see some tape and throttle body cover. Now you can actually see, if you were here, you would see the firewall itself. So what we'll do is slide down on the creeper and take a gander. All right, so oddly enough, I kind of think you can tell where we are. Well, okay, now you can't. That was the light working its magic. So we are under the truck. We're on the passenger side, where the header is sitting above the oil filter, and with a little bit of light, you'll see that. So you can see the motor mount, oil filter, power in it. Ooh, hey, that's a better magnet than I thought it would be. So now you're cooking with fire, right? I am going to hit this. We've got 1, we've got 2. I have to let it kind of focus to be fair. And then there's 3, which I don't know why. Sometimes it goes off and sometimes it just cycles. But 1, there's bright. So while we're down here, here is the underside of the truck. Oh man, this new creeper is so good. Let's see. I think yep, running into stuff. Watch this. Listen for it. Alright, lost my hats. That's making me really cold too. KC Tool beanie for the win. Alright, you're not concerned about the light output right now. You're concerned about this bad example. So, like I said, it's hard when you're solo. But let's say we were trying to do something in that crevice. I come in and I can tilt the light, point it kind of right where I want to. Let's say that we got to change the U-joint. Same spot. I'm kind of caught up in an oxygen sensor now. I've got this, that if you're here, you don't have the aperture doing weird stuff, you can see it. It's awesome. So, like I said, it's hard for me to film with this giant camera down here. I haven't done it in a while. I'm sure that doesn't help me any, but I mean, check it out. Like, that's just as issued from Astro. So, where is that? I have to get used to this thing. There's off, low, medium, and high. So yeah, I think it was a good purchase, and I'm pretty happy here initially. The magnet, again, stronger than I thought it would be. And on that front, this is a good example. This doesn't look much different for me than it does for you through the camera. Now I'm going to hit this light. There you go. You can see my sacred holy jeans here, right? So that is low. There's medium. There's high. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a decent little light, and I would not want to pay $100 for it, but I'm totally fine in like the 25 to 45 range, which I believe is where I landed it. But well, that's it. That's all I got for you. Again, if you watch my automotive content, we'll be using this guy. You'll hear me kind of reference it. Sometimes I tag it, you know, when the video's not too busy. But that's it. That's all I got for you. Little Astro 70SL, pretty impressive, and I'm excited to actually put it to use, put it through the paces. Again, only default I can find right now with it is I can't stick it on the hood of, you know, the Challenger aluminum, and I can't put it on glass hoods. But otherwise, if you've got a ferrous surface, you're pretty golden with this thing. So excited about it. Like I said, be on the lookout. Looks like it's drop proof. Be on the lookout for this in videos. That sort of works as one of those weird, you know, like if you were using this not magnetic, but, you know, it's like you're going in an awkward place in the engine bay type of a deal. That actually is pretty handy, I'm not going to lie. So that's another benefit we found, only because I intentionally dropped the light to showcase that. That's what we're sticking with. So if you have this, let me know. How do you like it? How does it stack up? Again, I am by no means a work light or flashlight expert. I just kind of get what I think is neat that's on sale that'll seem to work well for me, and it either does or it doesn't. And there might be better products out there. There might be better battery life. There might be better lumen ratings. There might be all sorts of options. This might be the greatest. I don't really know. I just know with my limited experience, this is pretty impressive. So if you have this and you've used it, how does it stack up? How does it compare? What are you comparing it to? What are you currently using? That's kind of the end goal here. People that watch this video, they're going to be looking for information on work lights. So feel free to leave your thoughts and expertise down below. With that said, LoneStarMopars.com is the website. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all three at Lone Star Mopars. If you like this video, leave a like. If you enjoy the rest of the content, I encourage you to subscribe. We've got new videos Wednesdays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. Texas time. Crickets chirp right there. But yeah, I'm going to go try to crank out another video before I freeze, and I hope I catch you back here for more action from the shop.